Welcome back. It is that time. We check in with our friend Mike Eppel. Good morning to you, Mike. How are you?
I'm good, Melanie. How are you?
Doing well. Over the break, I was just asking how your wife enjoyed her Mother's Day, and you said she had some alone time, and that is honestly key for a lot of moms, just to enjoy that.
Yeah, well, everybody's in the house, right? So getting away from family is a little bit of a joy right now to some extent.
Just a little bit of room. Just a little bit of room. Just give me some space.
Just a little bit, right.
Let's start here this morning. So we saw some dismal unemployment numbers last week. But
yes, we did.
For some reason, it's not really translating when it comes to the markets. Explain how this works.
Well, it's the disconnect we've talked about, how the stocks can go up even on a day when we get, in Friday's case, record-breaking unemployment statistics. Nearly 2 million Canadians losing work in April, and some say that actually undercounted the number of people who are actually unemployed. In the U.S., it was north of 20 million, and the unemployment rate there almost 15%. And yet the Dow on Friday was up 455 points. NASDAQ is close to a record high, if you can believe that, and the TSX is off a five-day winning streak. Now, what's happened here is that the market is banking on the big consumer recovery post-pandemic. That, though, is a big bet, considering the fact that, yes, economies are slowly restarting. The risk, though, is for a second wave of COVID-19. Will consumers, and we're going to get a little bit of an indication of that this week here in the province as this, more retail will resume with curbside pickup, are people necessarily going to be just running to the stores to buy things? Or is it going to be sort of a cautious restart to the economy, just because people are saying, yeah, I don't necessarily need things, and maybe a new normal is set in. So that's the disconnect.
People are going to really reevaluate their needs and their wants, I think, and also look at their bank accounts and see if they can afford some of their needs anymore.
Well, again, when you've got so many people unemployed, are they necessarily going to go out and spend? Not likely.
Yeah.
And it's very much a two-tiered economy as well. If you've got a salaried position, you've been a little bit you've weathered the storm better because the paycheck has kept coming in. Gig economy workers, totally different ballgame, right? So again, there's still a lot of question marks, and it's not. We want immediate answers, and unfortunately, that is not necessarily the reality.
Not so much how it works. Let's talk about some auto plants in North America. They're starting out some of their business soon.
Yeah, some of the workers being called back into plants, Toyota, for example, Cambridge and Woodstock, they say they'll have some cars running off the assembly line as of Thursday of this week. Other automakers starting next week after the Victoria Day long weekend. In the U.S., sort of a first gear restart, we'll call it, for the Detroit 3. It's not an across-the-board reopening of auto production, and that is to be expected. And there's some pushback from the local unions saying, okay, are the safety precautions, safety measures in place? Tesla, meantime, can't reopen its California facility, and Elon Musk went on a Twitter tirade about that over the weekend, saying he's going to pull the plant out, he's suing the state, and he wants to move it to Texas or Arizona where they don't have such draconian measures, in his words. So again, it's every industry is going to have different issues. I mean, you look at the meatpacking facility up near Montreal, the Cargill plant shutting down because they had 64 workers coming down with COVID-19. So again, you got to get those safety measures in place to make it a safe place to work.
Mike, we are running out of time, but I quickly want to talk about WestJet expanding some of their flight cancellations.
Yeah, into July, and this was no surprise because, again, the airlines are not exactly seeing a lot of people coming and saying, hey, we got to travel all of a sudden. That's it was the first industry that was really hit here by the pandemic, along with the hotel industry as well, and probably will be one of the last to recover, at least on a full-scale basis. WestJet has, seen its passenger numbers drop by 95%, Melanie, and they're just saying, we just don't have consumer demand. We're shutting things down or keeping the flights at a reduced schedule now into early July. We will, interestingly enough, be getting numbers from Marriott International today. And, the hotel industry. I mean, you got these massive hotels with, 10 people in them.
Yeah, this industry decimated right now. Mike, thank you, as always, for your time. Have a good day.
All right. You too.
Thank you.